Shari's desperate bid for freedom is at stake. She must escape the cursed Joshua house. Who is there? Shari, Joshua, and possibly Pope. What do they want? Shari wants freedom, Joshua wants to trap her, and Pope wants to claim the house. What blocks them? The house's mysterious energy and Joshua's powers. What happens? Shari attempts to flee, but Joshua blocks her path. What is the cost? Her connection to the house deepens.
Shari's screams echo through the house as Joshua's powers consume her. Who is there? Shari, Joshua, and the house's dark energy. What do they want? Joshua wants to dominate Shari, and the house wants to claim her. What blocks them? Shari's willpower and Joshua's own darkness. What happens? Shari's connection to the house is solidified, and Joshua's powers surge. What is the cost? Her sanity is shattered, and her future is forever altered. The house's true purpose is revealed, but the real problem is already in motion. Shari's fate is sealed as Joshua's powers seal her inside the house. Who is there? Shari, Joshua, and the house's dark forces.
Joshua's power surge is overwhelming Shari, and the house is feeding off her mana. Such a young kid is already TSK. There was more than I had expected. The house is changing her, corrupting her, and Shari's struggling to resist.
Right, with this much mana.
Joshua's words are a warning. Shari's future is forever altered. I had my chance to stop this, but now it's too late. The key action or twist of this chapter is unfolding in real time as Joshua's power surge overwhelms Shari, corrupting her with the house's dark forces, feeding off her mana like a parasite. The emotional stakes are at an all-time high as Shari's very soul is being torn apart by Joshua's manipulation and the house's insidious influence, leaving her identity hanging in the balance. The cliffhanger is a ticking time bomb as Shari's transformation into a darker, more sinister version of herself hangs precariously in the air, threatening to shatter what's left of her humanity.
Asalai Marque has a clear goal: observe the household dynamics. His obstacle is his own curiosity, which might get him into trouble. He decides to blend in, to watch and learn. He moves before anyone else can breathe, his presence a silent whisper. His hands are still, but his eyes are already racing with questions.
What's going on here?
The household is alive with tension. Asalai's eyes lock onto Isaac, the birthday boy, who's staring at a gift with a mix of confusion and disappointment. Asalai's gaze lingers on the gift, and his expression turns appalled. He's already making judgments. Asalai's goal is to understand the situation. Asalai's goal is to make Isaac understand, to show him the value of the Saint's heirloom. Her obstacle is the uncle's refusal to accept reality. She decides to show Isaac the facts, to make him understand. Her words are a cold, hard fact.
This ring is many blessings directly from the Santa sides. The uncle's face darkens, and he takes a step forward, his eyes blazing with anger. Asalai doesn't flinch, her grip on the situation firm. The air is electric with tension, and the household holds its breath.
Asalai's goal is to protect Isaac, to keep him safe from the uncle's wrath. Her obstacle is the uncle's refusal to accept reality.
Isaac's eyes lock onto the exit, but it's too far. The crowd is closing in. He knows what will happen if he gets caught. His stats will plummet, and his chances of becoming a saint will be over. Isaac, don't. Asalai Marque rushes towards Isaac, her figure silhouetted against the chaotic backdrop of the relic storage, a fierce determination burning in her eyes to protect him at all costs. Isaac's anxiety skyrockets as Asalai's words pierce through the din, her presence a beacon of hope in his desperate bid to escape the clutches of the Joshua family's treacherous games. As Asalai reaches out to grab Isaac's hand, the crowd surges forward, their greedy intentions illuminated in the flickering torchlight, leaving Asalai and Isaac perilously close to being overwhelmed and captured. Kale, the worthless heir of the Joshua family, stands as the perfect prey. Ming's sinister plan unfolds. mix a fatal poison into Kale's water, and mock him before the entire village. The cruel world has no mercy, and Ming's intentions are to make a mockery of Kale, to shatter his fragile spirit and leave him a mere pawn in the game of survival. As the self-proclaimed anti-saint, Aaron steps forward, his eyes blazing with determination. I'll make the world realize that the child of Joshua can never become a saint, he declares, the weight of his conviction crashing down on the assembly like a storm. Judah reveals that the Pope family has a history of producing saints, and the Joshua boy's hair color is a dead giveaway. Kale's mind reels as he tries to comprehend the magnitude of this revelation. Judah's words are laced with condescension, and Kale's anger simmers just below the surface.
I'm merely here to take what is rightfully mine.
Kale's outrage boils over as he realizes the Joshua boy's true identity. Judah's sneer is a testament to the boy's potential, but Kale's fury is directed at the system, not the boy. The narrator's dry observation is a cruel reminder that Kale is just a pawn in a much larger game. The Joshua boy's reputation is left hanging by a thread as Judah's brutal words cut deep, exposing the boy's family's darkest secret to the entire world in a shocking twist. Kale's outrage and sympathy for the boy's family have turned to despair as they're left reeling from Judah's merciless attack, their future as saints crumbling beneath the weight of their own shame and weakness. The Joshua boy's fragile world hangs in the balance as Judah's mocking gaze lingers, a constant reminder of the family's tainted legacy and the boy's own inadequacy, a ticking time bomb waiting to unleash its devastating consequences. I've accumulated centuries worth of mana in my body. If I could, but now that all of these kids in here are looking after it, Slawell, whatever, I'll just step over anyone who gets an M. Everyone, gather up. No departing soon, so you must listen carefully to what he's starting with history. We'll never leave at this %. HNHHN Insha? Elder Isaac I5. The unranked kid is now in third place, and Elder Isaac is not happy about it. Didst know it'd be this difficult. The saintess is very strong. HNH Elder Isaac's eyes narrow, and he mutters, "Is that the Joshua kid?" Someone responds with, "His name was Shu. Something." Elder Isaac's expression freezes, and his hands clench into fists. The unranked kid has become a real threat to his ranking. A floating, "Against my will. Please put me down. The master's informant has been secured. Stop this madness. Done know how you passed the first storage trial of choice, but starting from the second storage, one mistake could kill." The narrator's face twists in a snarl, his fists clenched at his sides. He knows the kids are pushing his buttons, but he's not going to take the bait yet. Once you enter the storage, never attack. Do you understand? Don't attack. His voice is a low growl, warning them of the consequences. And that's not even the worst part. What if the kids don't get it right? What if they trigger a trap that he can't control? The thought sends a shiver down his spine. The narrator's anger boils over as he's forced to confront the possibility of the kids triggering a trap that he can't control, sending a wave of panic through his expression. The emotional stakes are now higher than ever, as Brian's carefully crafted plan begins to unravel, leaving him vulnerable to the very consequences he's been trying to prevent for so long. As Brian's frustration reaches a boiling point, the kids remain steadfast in their refusal to back down, leaving the outcome of this confrontation precariously hanging in the balance. With a fierce determination burning in his eyes, KK Dio declares, "My subordinate's magic created this golem, the elite demon kin of the Skeleton King, the 14 familiars. This is magic unique to them." He's not just stalling for time. He's gathering information, trying to unravel the mystery behind his boy's involvement with the Joshua family. The young survivor, stood defiantly, his determination burning brighter with every passing moment. He barked orders, his voice cutting through the tense atmosphere. "Move aside. We're entering the second storage first, right? You activate the traps if you head inside, but the real problem is already in motion, and the consequences will be catastrophic. The kid's scarier than any demon kin, and that's not even the worst part. The youngest child of the Joshua family stands tall, a smile spreading across his face like a badge of honor. The storage rooms are about to become a battleground, and he's ready to take on all comers. His eyes gleam with a fierce intensity, the sound of battle drums pounding in his ears. The narrator's frustration boils over as he realizes the truth about the Skeleton King. It's not about completing the trial, but about retrieving the Skeleton King's body.
The Skeleton King's true identity is revealed, shattering the narrator's illusions as he realizes the trial's purpose. To retrieve the king's body, not complete the trial itself. The narrator's grip on reality falters as he grapples with the weight of Isaac's sacrifice, forcing him to confront the desperate reality that he has been misled by his own pride and arrogance for so long. Arya's world is turned upside down as Judah's unexpected choice leaves her bewildered, raising questions about the true nature of their relationships and the trust she once held dear, now hanging precariously in the balance.
Find them, Noah. 6th rank Holy Spell Invisibility. Uncle blessed me with this to use at a critical moment. What? Thank Ho for casting the holy spell on me too. What is this? Are you giving this to me? Because I'm not used to fighting Aga. I'll relay this to Myfath. Galal, as expected of my master. Dahaha. The prince had Tosao 3H. The kid's on fire, uncle's laughing, and Prince is just standing there, looking stunned. Uncle's saying something about summoning a holy spirit at this age being a bit too much. Genius, but this is...
Prince's world is turned upside down as Uncle reveals the truth. The kid who died was their benefactor, and Uncle's been playing them all along. Uncle's betrayal ignites a fire of anger and hurt within Prince, who's forced to question everything he thought he knew about his uncle and the world around him. The trial is about to begin, but the stakes remain eerily unclear, leaving Prince and Uncle standing at the edge of a precipice, with Prince's determination and Uncle's unease hanging precariously in the balance.
Horrell stands among those who have gathered to become the saint, a look of determination etched on his face. He's not alone in his resolve, but his eyes burn with a fire that sets him apart. The other hopefuls watch him, sensing that something is about to change, and change it will. Horrell takes a deep breath, steeling himself for what's to come. What comes next will be his greatest challenge yet. I'm not going to kneel before this son of a... Ula and Neo follow Horrell, their eyes fixed on the figure of the Supreme Lord. The air is thick with tension as they approach the pedestal. Kale's eyes blaze with an unholy intensity as he unleashes a torrent of fury, his fist crushing the stone statue with a deafening crash. "Shatter that statue!" he roars, his master's voice echoing in his mind as he channels the dark energy coursing through his veins. Dangerous. Kale's laughter is a razor's edge, threatening to slice through the very fabric of reality. Horrell is standing up now, his eyes fixed on the Supreme Lord with a mixture of determination and fear. What does he want? Horrell wants to pass the trial to prove himself worthy. What blocks them? The Supreme Lord's power is growing stronger by the second, its presence suffocating. Horrell is ecstatic he's finally inside. He sees the Skeleton King's body, and it gives him hope. He wants to prove that he's a candidate. But the Lord's power is growing stronger by the second. Horrell's determination may cost him dearly. He has no idea what's waiting. What comes next changes everything. Horrell's body slumps, and his eyes go wide. He's shocked the Skeleton King's body is right in front of him. This is it. This is the moment he's been searching for. The Supreme Lord's power is overwhelming, but Horrell's faith remains strong. The ground cracks beneath him, and he feels the weight of the Lord's control. The real problem is already in motion.
Horal's eyes widen as the skeleton king's body looms before him, the Supreme Lord's power crushing him, leaving his determination shaken to its core. The weight of Horal's failure crushes him, as his dreams of entering the third storage lie shattered, his innocence and faith dwindling under the Lord's unyielding oppression. The Supreme Lord's power surges, the air thickening with anticipation, as Horal teeters on the edge, his fate hanging precariously in the balance, the outcome hanging perilously in the air.
Look at that child who has proven his faith. That is the FAC, yeah, right? His eyes lost focus. What kind of baby is that? Not too late. If you forfeit now, I shall permit you to pick a treasure no. I do not need any treasure from the second storage. We will all head to the third storage. No lunatic. DH? Are you serious? It seems you know something about the thorough storage. Huh? There's no way Saint S. Melissa would let children die. I know measure. So please, return the third storage in its original and so I can be evaluated greater than the saints herself.
Amidst the eerie silence, a haunting whisper cuts through the air. You'll never take this land. Kale, the ruthless warrior, stands at the threshold of a desolate realm, his piercing gaze fixed on the mysterious figure before him. The faintest hint of a smile plays on Kale's lips as he utters the ominous claim, his words dripping with a malevolent intent that sends shivers down the spines of all who dare oppose him. The demon kin is back, and they're not happy. The child's actions have released a powerful entity from the third storage, and chaos is erupting. The child is caught in the middle, trying to navigate the chaos and figure out what's happening.
Kale unleashes a devastating blast of energy that rips through the landscape, leaving a trail of destruction and chaos in its wake, the very fabric of reality torn apart by his unyielding ferocity. The child, overwhelmed by the demon kin's malevolent presence, feels their grip on sanity begin to slip, their sense of self and purpose fragmented by the darkness that threatens to consume them whole. As the stakes reach a boiling point, Melissa's intentions hang in the balance, her words of comfort and guidance hanging precariously between the child's fragile hope and the demon kin's malevolent grasp, the very fate of the world at risk.
Some are injured, but only lightly. Thank goodness. The kids who went inside the third storage haven returned ye Ramon. Shari. The crowd around Ramon is pressing in, asking questions, but he can't hear them. He's too busy checking for Shari. His voice is hoarse from shouting her name. Ramon, what's going on? Isaac, what happened? He's pale, his eyes sunken. His breath comes in short bursts, and his jaw is locked. He takes a step forward, looking for any sign of Isaac or Shari. The crowd starts to murmur, spreading the news. People are pointing, shouting, and crying. Ramon's ears are ringing from the chaos.
He looks up, his eyes wide with fear.
Why ain't my holy spell working? You insects, die! High a defense barrier. Ramon is furious. He unleashes his wrath on Shari and Isaac, but they're not the ones who sealed the Joshua baby's magical seal. They want answers. Ramon is livid, someone he trusted is behind this. Shari looks worried. Isaac is ready to defend himself. Ramon's anger boils over. He wants to know who sealed the Joshua baby's seal. And that's not even the worst part. You filthy Claire geese. You dare covet the great skeleton king's body. Ramon demands answers. He confronts Shari, but she's not sure what he's talking about. Ramon's frustration grows. Ramon's world is shattered as he discovers Keena's betrayal, his trusted friend's treachery igniting a burning rage that threatens to consume him whole in this explosive chapter. Ramon's trust has been shattered, leaving him feeling lost and vulnerable, his anger and hurt simmering just below the surface as he grapples with the devastating truth about Keena's actions. Ramon's pursuit of the Skeleton King is now a matter of personal vendetta, and with Keena's betrayal revealed, the stakes have never been higher, leaving Ramon's fate and the fate of all he holds dear precariously balanced on the edge of chaos. The once peaceful village was on the brink of chaos as Riker, fueled by his unwavering determination,
set out to uncover the source of the mysterious energy signal. "I'm not leaving until I find it," he roared, his eyes blazing with an unyielding ferocity. The village elder's cryptic words echoed in his mind. "The fate of our world hangs in the balance, and only you can save us." The young apprentice's voice trembled with an unyielding conviction. "Master, I thought the world had ended when I heard of your passing."
The master's eyes lock onto a small, exquisite medal on the table. It's the triple crown, a symbol of the Pope's power. But the master's expression darkens as he realizes the implications. The triple crown. What's that? The room falls silent as the master's face contorts with rage. He knows the Pope's gift is a trap, a sign of their cunning and ambition. He has no idea what's waiting. The Pope's messengers tremble as they hand the master the medal. They know they're taking a huge risk by giving it to him, but they also know they have no choice. They're caught in the middle of a war between the popes and the matriarch. The tension peaks. Every second matters.
Isaac's eyes blaze with fury as he rips off the mocking sunflower metal ribbon, the irony crushing him. A flower honoring the dead, tied to his neck like a death warrant, fueling his rage. The balance of power hangs in the balance as Isaac's sense of purpose is shattered, leaving him reeling from the betrayal and mockery. His once unwavering resolve now fractured and vulnerable. Connor's eyes dart wildly, fixed on the holy flame in the distance, as he instinctively reaches for the medal on his chest. His voice barely above a whisper, foreshadowing a seismic shift that will shatter everything.